Never did I ever think this is going to happen in 2026, where I will be talking to you about the fact that black boycotts is actually affecting the Asian stock market, specifically in Korea. Now, a couple of clips I'm going to display to you will show you why the black boycott is working and why these Asians who claim we don't need them actually depend on us. Now, I'm going to use critical examples and very simple ones as well for you to understand it. For it to make sense, I need to use these examples. If you're new here and if you're returning as well, please welcome to my channel. I hope you've been enjoying this content. Please let me know in the comment section if you've been enjoying this content so far, and give this video a like, subscribe if you haven't, and let's watch a couple of clips that explains this better.
They said boycott, be bald-headed. We said who bald-headed? And what I say about writing checks that your ass can't cash, that bit might bounce, ain't it? That bit might bounce, ain't it? People today. That's fresh, that's new. And I can't help but wonder if had they not went so brazen and got so nasty in their videos towards us specifically, would we have stood tall on this? Or just went back to regular scheduled programming like we normally do when it's usually these fake outrages. But this time it was a real one. See, you guys turned it into it needing to be a boycott when you expressed how bad you really hated us. When you went online and told us exactly how you felt about us, even though we spent hundreds of thousands of dollars with you guys' business. See, we simply said, hey, you guys, talking to our own, let's just go ahead and come together and open up our own businesses where they actually respect us. And then the other community heard we're boycotting the businesses. That's not what it was. Although there isn't a specific number about how much Koreans actually own in the U.S. when it comes to beauty supply, news reports suggest that it's about 70% in the United States, and that attributes for most of the black hair care market. And see, the beauty care industry is not the only industry that Korea bases its economy on. It is also tech. But here's the thing. Just think about a table with 4 legs. If one leg is wobbly, the whole table is not stable. And Korea is seeing that happen in live time. See, these are the Korean tech companies that attribute for most of Korea's economy and how they make their money. And you know, tech is usually strong. It's taking over the world. It's innovation, right? But here's the thing that everybody's been talking about, but they're talking about it on lower levels, not necessarily higher levels where you can understand where it might affect big businesses. AI is taking over, sweeping across the world and taking human jobs, but replacing technology as we see it. So again, back to that wobbly leg on the table that I was speaking about. If we have Korea, and the table is Korea's economy, South Korea that is, and let's say beauty supply and hair is one leg, and another leg is the tech. Just because tech is failing is not necessarily going to make the whole table fall, because it's on a foundation of 3 other legs, right? So it's just wobbly. But what happens when the other leg can't compensate? The whole table falls. Now see, Amora Pacific and LG Health and Household is responsible for South Korea's beauty industry economy, okay? See, the South Korean stock market, called the KOSPI, saw one of their largest stock market drops in history. Okay, that was on June 23rd, where it dropped nearly 10%. The one right before that was June 8th, where it dropped 8%. So it just made me go digging a little bit deeper into the dates, because analytics works a certain way. Everything has a cause and effect. Mind you, the Chow verdict came in June 1st. So subsequently after June 8th, we see the stock market start to plummet, and then it takes its second largest plummet on June 23rd. That's not by accident. That is by design. And of course, the news is going to blame the rise in AI and it taking over technology for South Korea's stock market plummeting. And they're not going to validate the second half of their economy, and that in the U.S., which they solely base most of their...
Okay, with that said, now I don't necessarily think that the black boycott is affecting the Korean market in specific. I don't necessarily think so. It could probably, but a tiny bit. I don't necessarily think it's affecting it in general. But here's what I'm going to say. When it comes to this boycott and everything I've been saying on this channel, is specifically for some certain businesses that disrespect blacks in specific. Now, I've used a lot of specifics there, but you get it. Take businesses that interact with blacks on a real time. For example, talking about shops, grocery stores, we're talking about salons, we're talking about medical stores, gas stations, where these Asians, restaurants where these Asians are placed. Those are the businesses that we blacks suffer the most of the racial profiling, right? So it's not necessarily about boycotting the entire of Asia businesses. Well, I'm literally using a Samsung phone right now, but that's not the case. I'm not boycotting a Samsung phone. You get the point? Now, when it comes to this boycott, I've said it. We blacks have to start replacing these businesses. It's not about boycotting them, but it's about replacing them with our own. Because we're spending on them, they grow, and then they treat us badly. And then they say it's because we don't have some certain skills to save up money to be disciplined. Doesn't make sense to me. So it's about replacing. Create yours, own yours, let the money circulate and grow within the community. But let's get more clips here.
Because of the social and political climate. Of course, they're not going to give Black Americans credit for anything, because if they were to publicize that, if they were to put it on the news that this is happening and this is why, it would wake more Black Americans up to realize that we have more power in our dollar. We just need to see that. And once we do, and we start intentionally spending our money with Black businesses, we're going to see a lot more changes. Listen, all in all, what I take from this is just excitement. I'm excited that for once, it seems as though Black Americans are getting it. They're getting the picture. It's been something that's been put in our faces since the beginning of time. We've only ever been told to be consumers. That's where everybody was comfortable with us being at, and they never wanted to see us ascend to anything other than a consumer. So, being a business owner, that threatens their livelihood because they base their whole makeup, their whole business model off of the Black dollar. So with that, y'all, it looks like we're resetting exactly how people feel about us. It's respect. We're resetting the respect level because all you can do is respect it, especially when your bills are not getting paid.
The Korean stock market crashed a week ago. Keep up the Asian boycott. Some of y'all are very ignorant. I'm not going to say dumb out of respect, but they are ignorant. Ignorance means you do not know or you are not educated in that topic. And it's okay to be ignorant. I'm ignorant about a lot of things. I don't know everything about the world. But as much as people can see on the news that the Korean stock market crashed, you should be able to Google it real quick to see why it crashed. At first, I was shocked to see people taking credit for this, saying it's because of these Asian boycotts on nail salons. But then I'd be reading the comments, and many people agree. And then I'll finally see a logical and intelligent comment that says, what does the Korean stock market crashing have anything to do with the Asian boycott? Look, I love Black people. I have Black friends. I want us all to get along. But some of y'all need to police up some of this ignorance, just like how I'm going to police up some of this anti-Black hate. Like that Asian guy that burned that cross. No, that is not okay, and he should be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law.
My grandma always used to say, people always think the grass is greener on the other side, but you still got to water that shit. And every time I see certain conversations online, I always think about that. I'm seeing some folks say Black people shouldn't be boycotting Asian businesses. Y'all gonna see what happened to y'all. And I'm like, what happened to y'all? What happened to us? What happened to y'all? That's the part that always kind of gets me, right? If Black people don't matter, if the Black dollar ain't valuable, if Black people are doing too much, then stop taking our money. It's really that simple. Go on and get all them other dollars. Open your stores exclusively in communities where you feel like people don't complain, don't protest, and they don't speak up. Since we're such a burden, go and see how much it works out for you. The irony is Black people have spent generations fighting for equality, not just for Black people, but for everybody. And now a lot of people that benefited from the fight that Black people did, they want to say, just be quiet and shut up. But if it wasn't for us, they'd be no you. And now some of the people who benefited from Black folks opening those doors act like Black people don't bring nothing to the table. And that's why I don't get offended anymore. If you truly believe Black people have no value, stand on business. Stop taking the Black dollar. Stop opening businesses in Black neighborhoods. Stop marketing to Black consumers. And this let us know when that little experiment works out. Because, see, my grandmama also taught me something else. Folks don't appreciate water until the well runs dry.
I just thought about something, and I looked at the statistical data surrounding it. The average dollar stays in the Asian community for 28 days. It circulates throughout the Asian community, meaning that it goes from one Asian to the next for 28 days, making it the longest rotation of money within a community of people out of all the races in the United States. They beat out Caucasian Americans, they beat out Latino Americans, they beat out Native Americans. It was the Asians. They kept their money to themselves for 28 days. And you know how long Black people keep their money within their community? 6 hours.
What?
6 whole hours. A dollar stays within a Black person's hand and goes to another Black person before it leaves our community. So you see, the reason why they are mad that you are deciding not to patronize their businesses is because you are essentially doing exactly the very same thing that they have been doing. And it's been successful for them. It has helped them. It has helped their kids go to colleges and become scholars. It has helped their businesses to expand. And what has it done for us? But keep us in a position of being what they want us to be, which is consumers. It all makes sense now. We just got to look at the math.
What's good, TikTok? Back to the Asian business boycott. And on the subject of if we are racist or hateful. First of all, African American Black people have never, ever been known to hate, not even our worst enemy, which is the white people, right? These are people who have committed mass murder. They have created systems to keep us down. They've given us drugs. They've given us diseases. They have incarcerated us by the millions. They have lynched us and eaten us at their lynchings, and we have still never developed a hatred for white people. We hate what they do to us, but we have never allowed hatred to enter into us so that we would respond to it, because we know what would happen if we allow ourselves to hate anybody. So we don't hate the Asian community, and we don't hate the non-African American Black community. However, they hate us. They don't hire us at their businesses. They don't support us as a community when we have community issues. They distance themselves from us. They say out of their own mouths, we are not you, right? They can't identify with us because they have not had our experiences, neither do they want to identify with those. And since we can't determine the one or two or the handful of individuals who actually do care about the African American community, we have to view all communities based on their actions toward us. So if you don't support us, then we automatically know that you're not for us, that you have the same type of hatred for us that the Europeans have for us. We're not saying that all people hate us, but we are saying that all nations hate us, pretty much as a whole, because that has been our life experience for hundreds of years. So if a few of you guys have hurt feelings, I hate that your feelings are hurt. But we have languished and suffered under the hands of oppression, tyranny, and terrorism for hundreds of years. And your nations have not stepped forward to do anything but to exploit us for financial gain, for sex, for our cultural and technological assets to the world and to the United States of America and other places. I'm not saying that we're the smartest on earth. I'm saying that out of our communities, that which is valuable has been siphoned off and taken by other nations, and we get little or no credit for it. So now, to sum this up, if you are not us, if you're non-African American, and you want to identify with African Americans as a friend, then let it be done, let it be known by your actions. But your inactions and your counteractions will be read for exactly what they are. And hopefully, as time goes on, the actual Black and indigenous African American people will come to the conclusion that if a nation or a group comes out after us, that we do not support that nation, that group, that race, that community, that ethnic group, whatever, because we're not running you down to hurt you. We haven't gone after anybody for any reason, ever. So if you gonna come after us, don't cry when we respond. That's all I gotta say.
I ain't buying shit out of there. We'll find somewhere. I'm not buying nothing out of there, bro. I know I Google, I AI that shit. This whole motherfucking establishment Korean. And I already on my accounts, I'm already hollering at all the black, Dallas investors and everything. This shit right here ain't gonna go on. You smack dead in the motherfucking hood with that shit, but that's how they do. That's how they run that shit though. Yeah, that's how they always run that shit. Disrespect you and just take your motherfucking money. I ain't for that, man. Like, I believe in God. You know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't got nothing for me. Hell, I walked in that bitch with a stain on the back of my motherfucking shirt. You know what I'm saying? I can keep it going until I find what I'm looking for. I'm cool. I didn't know at first. If I'd known at first, I'd been like, no, baby, we're gonna keep that past.
I thought, cause
got blacks, and no, they leasing it out. They leasing it out to them. No, we need some black investors. We gonna get some food too, but what we need the most, we can pay. What we need the most is some black motherfucking investors for to buy this shit off. That's what we need to do. Get their ass up out of here.
Attention all black people, we are boycotting Asian businesses. Justice for Cyrus. I am walking in Beauty Town in Wardolph, the beauty supply store, to let them know we are boycotting. Okay? Wow. It's kind of empty. It's quiet, but it's a few people in here. Attention all black people, we are boycotting Asian businesses. Justice for Cyrus. I don't know if y'all heard about it on TikTok, but a young 14-year-old boy was shot and killed in the back for allegedly stealing 4 bottles of water that he did not do. The verdict came out in June, and the Asian man was found not guilty. Black people are boycotting Asian businesses, and that includes beauty supply stores, hibachis, curryouts, spas, and nail salons. Please shop black. Please spend your dollars elsewhere. Black people are not supporting this. We're not spreading hate We are spreading awareness. Please shop black. Support your black businesses. Justice for Cyrus. Stop shopping it. In here, black people. Huh? It's not black. No, it's not. It's Asian. Yeah. I'm trying to find black-owned beauty supply stores where we can shop. Have you ever heard of the Cyrus situation? Cyrus Belton, shot in the back by an Asian. We are not supporting Asian businesses. Y'all can do what y'all want, but I'm just spreading the word. It's all on TikTok. We're not supporting Asian businesses due to the murder of Cyrus Belton that occurred in South Carolina, which a 14-year-old boy was shot in the back by an Asian man. The verdict came out not guilty. We're boycotting Asian businesses. They do nothing for our communities. Nothing at all. Nothing. But y'all can do what y'all want to do. But I'm just letting y'all know. We're spending our dollars elsewhere. Black businesses. They don't value our money at all. I appreciate that. To all my followers, viewers, supporters, if you like what I'm doing and you're with the movement, please donate to my Cash App and support the cause. $FOXI22. That's Cash App again. FOXI22. Thank you so much.
So what you and I have got to do is get involved. You and I have to be right there breathing down their throat. Every time they look over their shoulder, we want them to see us. We want to make them pass the strongest civil rights bill they've ever passed. Because we know even after they pass it, they can't enforce it.
So I had some quick thoughts about the Asian boycott and everything that's going on right now tied to the Cyrus case. And when I sit here and think about it, I can't begrudge anyone for saying that they don't want to shop with Asian-owned businesses anymore, especially after the response that we've seen after the trial. It's damn near like droves of Asian people gloating that Rick Chow got away with the crime that he did. So it's like just seeing things like that and not many Asian people speaking up about the verdict. And if they speak up about the verdict, it's in support of what happened. I can understand why people are like, yo, I don't want to shop with these businesses anymore. It leaves a bad taste in your mouth. And look at a lot of the reaction. I can understand. But for me personally, what I've taken this time as is time to kind of do an internal audit of my spending habits. You know what I mean? So, for example, last month in May, I spent around $2,000, not counting bills and things of that nature. I spent $2,000. Only around $150 was spent with black-owned businesses. One was the club that I enjoy going to. Didn't pay a cover, but I went in and I spent around $60 to $80 total on drinks. The other one, I bought a hat for like $60. And then the last one, I think I got some food from a place. That's not enough. You know what I mean? Like, when I compare it to how much I spend with other businesses, it's not enough. I'm in New York City, so I don't have the excuse of saying like, oh, there's no black-owned businesses here. There's no black-owned restaurants or, beauty supply stores or X, Y, Z. It exists here. So that's on me. I have to take the time to do the research and do these things to understand who I'm spending the money with. And with that audit, I can notice it affecting like my life personally because it's like I've been doing work on my car recently, right? And I have to get my brakes changed. And beforehand, I wouldn't have even thought to do any research to see if there were any black-owned, mechanic shops, body shops around me. But now I've done that research and I figured out, oh shit, my family knows a dude that owns his own shop and he does great work and it's a great price. And he works on German cars. So it's like, it's just one of those things that taking that extra time and doing that extra research, it's benefited me. You know what I mean? And this isn't even a situation where it's an Asian-owned business. I would have ended up going to the Midas. And the Midas franchise close to me is owned by a white dude. So you know what I mean? It's like, for me personally, I've just treated it as an internal audit. And this month already, I've exceeded the amount that I've spent with black businesses while I'm on track to spend less money overall this month. So it's like a win-win. I'm spending less money and a higher percentage of the money that I spend is with black owned businesses. So, like, of course, if what you choose to do is boycott Asian owned businesses, I'm not begrudging you. But even beyond that, I think the main point of everything that we're doing should be to support black owned businesses, should be to shop with black owned businesses. And a lot of times you will realize it's more convenient, it's more cost effective, and it's a better service experience. I'll just speak for myself because that's been my experience so far. So, give it a try, Even if you're not one of the people that's on board with the boycott or whatever, give it a try, Do some research, find out the black owned shops around you and where you could fit them in. You get what I'm saying? So, hey.
How you doing? Good, how are you? I'm good. Long time no see. You know, you know what's going on. My people. No, my people and your people got beef going on right now. Ooh. They telling us we can't go to no more Asian businesses. So sorry, baby.
Oh, really?
No, for real. You heard what happened with that little boy? He got shot and killed. He was 14.
No way. That's a Chinese people. Crazy.
You said that's the Chinese people?
Yeah. We're not racist for that.
We're not racist. It's just like, it's just black people got to put money back into black people and not into Asian businesses no more. So that's where we at. I miss you.
I have clients too. They come and say, Johnny, very good. Why not?
Of course you're good. You're my best nail tech. Like, I don't want to look. I have no nails no more.
What?
I don't go to nobody else.
Why you hurt my feelings?
I know, but it hurt our feelings as black people to know that.
No, I don't care.
You know what happened?
We are same color. I don't care about that.
No. What happened was somebody else got on the phone on TikTok and was like, "Oh, black people, y'all not gonna do it. Y'all need us," and so we had to separate.
I don't care about it.
I know,
Johnny. I still everybody come myself. I don't care.
I know, but
they come, they pay. You have to praise.
I know, but right now, y'all in the target. We got to stand together.
I don't care. I don't care what they say.
I know.
I just want that thing about I love my client. That's all I want.
I know, Johnny. Yeah. I miss you.
Can't believe it. You say that. Oh my God, hurt my feelings.
I'll come visit you and say hi.
Exactly. If you think black people don't matter, stop opening businesses in black neighborhoods. Simple as that. If you think black people don't really matter, then go back, because black people fought for your presence in the country of the United States. It doesn't really add up. It doesn't add up. In fact, look, blacks, this disrespect is coming because we've accepted a lot of things. And black people are the most hospitable and welcoming people, because if you see the whites, the way they treat other people, that's the reason why these Asians do not open up these businesses in white neighborhoods. And the funniest thing is, I played another video, I think my previous video, where this black customer is coming in. She came first and she's trying to get the VIP ticket, and they're telling her no, it's closed. Meanwhile, it's the white customer that actually told the Asian businesswoman to tell the black woman that everything is closed. Meanwhile, the black woman saw that this white woman came in later. You see, that's exactly what's happening. I'm telling you again, Asians, I'm telling you, I'm making this clear. The truth is this: black people are the most hospitable people. We should work hand in gloves, not you trying to act like you don't need us, you can survive without us. That's not going to help you. That's not going to work out. And to be honest, this has to ultimately stop. I'm not even enjoying the fights, because I cannot deny that part of Asian cultures that we are like black, and I love it. And I think there are a lot of Asians that also love blacks as well. I really want that these groups of people keep racially profiled. If you go to a business and then you see that this is happening to you, make a video and post. Or you suspect that something is going to happen, or just go with the body cam. That's it. Because this has to stop. It has to stop. And the fact that they come boldly out, I'm daring you guys, boycott. Look, the point is, you won't even be in the United States if blacks do not fight. You wouldn't even be here if blacks do not fight. So it doesn't even make sense at all. Anyways, thank you for watching this video. If you love content like this, please do want to subscribe to this video, like, and I'll see you in another one, guys. Bye bye.